Episode 6. All 9 realms and 10 classes erased. Back on Flower Fruit Mountain, the victorious Sun Wukong was in high spirits. With his loyal monkeys surrounding him, he hosted a grand feast filled with exotic fruits, wines and rich dishes, his newly acquired warriors cheering at every toast. Wukong then organized his army, appointing the 4 oldest monkeys as generals, and the red-bottomed monkeys and long-armed apes as lieutenants and captains, making sure his mountain was protected. Each day, Wukong's fame grew as he trained his warriors and honed his powers. He eventually formed alliances with 6 powerful demon kings, including the Bull Demon King, the Peng Demon King, and the Lion-Camel King, creating a brotherhood of 7. Together they ruled over thousands of miles of mountains, rivers and plains, becoming an unstoppable force in the demon realm. One evening, after a night of revelry, Wukong fell into a deep sleep under a pine tree. In his dreams, he suddenly saw 2 grim figures approaching him, holding a scroll with his name. Without a word, they bound him with ropes and led him stumbling to the gates of a shadowy city. As Wukong shook off the haze of sleep, he looked up at the enormous gate engraved with the words, "The Underworld." He felt a rush of anger. "What right do you have to drag me here?" he demanded. One of the spirits replied, "It is your time. We're here to collect your soul." Furious, Wukong roared, "I am not bound by your rules. I exist beyond life and death, outside the 3 realms." With a twist of his ear, he pulled out his magical staff, enlarging it to its full size. He swung it with such force that he turned the 2 spirits into shadows of dust and bones. His anger blazing, Wukong stormed through the underworld, sending demons scattering in terror. They ran to the palace of the 10 kings of the underworld, crying out, "A terrifying monster is destroying everything." The 10 kings hurried to greet Wukong, bowing low. "Great sage, please tell us your name," they pleaded, trying to calm him. "My name is Sun Wukong, the great sage, born on Flower Fruit Mountain. Why did you dare to bring me here?" he demanded. The 10 kings trembled. "It must have been a mistake," one of them stammered. "We must have sent our messengers to the wrong soul." Still angry, Wukong demanded to see the Book of Life and Death. He strode to the main hall, slammed his staff on the ground and demanded, "Bring me the book now." The trembling judges quickly fetched the book and handed it over. Wukong opened it to the section for monkeys and found his own name, with a lifespan of 342 years. With a smile, he declared, "We'll fix that." He took a brush and crossed out his own name, along with every other monkey's. Tossing the book to the ground, he shouted, "Now my kind will live free of your rule." Without another word, he stormed out of the underworld, his staff swinging wildly as he knocked down demons left and right. Just then, Wukong woke up under the pine tree, surrounded by his monkey generals, who had been guarding him. "What a strange dream I just had," he said with a grin, explaining how he had entered the underworld and erased his name from the Book of Life and Death. The news spread quickly. With their names removed from the book, Wukong's monkeys celebrated, free from the grip of mortality. Meanwhile, news of Wukong's actions reached the Jade Emperor in the Heavenly Court. As he sat in the grand hall of the Celestial Palace, the Dragon King and the 10 kings presented their grievances, detailing Wukong's wild antics and his defiance of life and death itself. The Jade Emperor listened carefully, then consulted with his advisors. The wise Elder Star proposed, "Perhaps we can use wisdom rather than force. Invite Wukong to heaven and offer him a position in the celestial court. If he accepts, he will be under your rule, and if he defies us, we can deal with him here." The Jade Emperor agreed. "Prepare an invitation," he ordered. And so the Elder Star descended to Flower Fruit Mountain, carrying the Emperor's decree. "Great Sage, the Jade Emperor invites you to heaven," he announced. Wukong, delighted by the invitation, turned to his loyal monkeys and said, "Wait here for my return. I shall visit the heavens and see what grand welcome awaits me." With that, Wukong leapt onto a cloud with the Elder Star and flew toward the Celestial Palace, ready for the next chapter of his extraordinary adventure.